So you're a fan of the underdog. You're a fan of the
Oh,
underdog.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love people that can develop a rose from concrete. You know, that's what I admire people like that. People that can come in and you already ready made, and you don't even have to do as much.
Yeah.
Doesn't really impress me. I'm not even impressed with somebody say I got, as the interviewers would say, I got 20 kids coming with me. That used to turn me off.
Oh, that just run you down.
Oh, that turned me
All right,
off.
well, you and your kids go ahead on
Yeah,
school. What you
you know
doing?
that taught that I was speaking to is that you were controlling kids' lives based on you, not a program. When I walked away from my school when I got promoted, they asked me who I was coming with. I came by myself. No one came with me. Build a talent within. That's what real leadership is.
Build a
Find a talent within the building. Sometimes it's hidden, you got untapped, but develop that before you start bringing everybody in because you work with them and they already have no.
Now, with this big old task you got taking on Carol City, one of the largest, if not one of the what they call
I call it the big stage.
the big stage or the seven. You said
The
something
top,
earlier.
yeah, the top seven.
Top seven.
Top
You
seven.
know, with all of the challenges you have, how do you have time to start that program for that you have Peace Swap? How do you have time for that now?
Because the love for children, right, has to come from inside. It's not something that could be taught and developed. Our black kids, our black, brown, and tan children don't typically learn to swim. They'll get it. They love water,
They love
but they don't typically go to a formal swim lessons. And I started as a lifeguard at Brentwood Pool and Murder Grove.
So you had a little.
I had some background. My
You saw the
mom, I
importance
saw the importance of it, but I didn't see a lot of individuals that looked like me when I made a big stage. Like I sit on the American Red Cross Scientific Advisory Council in Washington, D.C. When I look around the table, it's 1, 2, 3 that look like me. And it's a room of 70, but I'm speaking on the importance of why our kids drown at a higher rate and what really works. So I founded a program 10 years ago, Peace Swap, professionals, because I'm a professional. We share with with a purpose. So I brought in professionals that look like me, that can teach CPR, that could teach swim. My mom is a doctor, so she came in. She did the CPR training because in order for you to get this for free, your parents had to learn CPR because those kids that were drowning in Miami Gardens, it's because all the pools were closed. And so kids still were getting in the water, but 2 kids on one day woke me up. There was a incident. One was 1, one was 2 years old. Same day, 5 minutes apart, the 911 calls went out. The mother ran down the street holding 2 cell phones and left her child at the bottom of the pool because she panicked. And the grandfather did jump in the water and pull the child out. I remember seeing it on the news. One of the kids didn't make it. The other did. And I said, if I find her, I'm going to teach her how to swim. And from there, I said I was going to start off with 40 kids. And it jumped to 800 to 2,000 every year. So now I'm having an impact. And it's not one reported incident since this program started that went through me. I'm not a drown-proof program.
That's right.
But I'm teaching kids. They're becoming the lifeguards now. They're becoming my instructors, my daughters, both. All of them swim and teach. I'm not able to physically do it at the level I used to, but I'm trained enough that they can do it. But that's what happened. Yes, I run a program and I'm not going to stop
And
because
that's
I'm a
amazing.
principal.
That's
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Because
stop that.
I mean, eventually the kids at the school, the high school, they'll be. You wouldn't be able to keep them from wanting to help out.
Yeah, I'm
Because
turning them into some lifeguards.
Yeah, yeah.
Swim team's coming back to Carroll City, by the way.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, it's coming
That would
back.
be amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
that went out. I don't think we had that
In a
when
long
we was in
time,
school.
but yeah, we could bring it.
a swim team.
A swim team, tennis.
Tennis.
Yes, tennis. Soccer's back. Softball, baseball's coming. Basketball, volleyball for boys, flag football for girls.
Because a lot of that faded away.
All went
you know?
away.
Yeah.
And coaches are so instrumental. Coaches is what kind of they give you like that home away from home or that father figure or that mother figure that you don't have. Coaches have an impact. You know what I like about Coach Stubbs is that he gave everybody in the faculty meeting, he gave them his cell number. And he will show up and sit right there next to them players that giving them problems right in class. That's like old school Joe Clark style, you
Yeah,
know.
He knows.
You know,
He knows.
he got a problem. The teacher pick up the phone. He go in classroom to classroom. He'll sit right there, and he's a teacher.
And
you
the
know?
teacher. Why did all those programs go away? We always thought it was due to funding, county funding. They lost a lot of funding in the counties.
That is not true.
So what did it?
Leadership.
Leadership.
Yeah, you want it, you ask for it. You don't ask for it, you don't get it. And so, driver's ed is coming back.
Oh,
Yeah.
bring it on, yeah.
Yeah, I heard the budget was 1.2 million to reconstruct the parking lot that we have a facility to do.
Yeah, I was in driver's
But
ed right
you know
there in
what?
Kansas City.
I asked the superintendent for it because Dr. Dochis, who's our current superintendent, told me, and I'm a very supportive board member, if we need it, you got to ask. Sometimes we are afraid to ask. And like when I talked to Shaq that day when he came to Scott Lake, and he says, don't ask me for something I can go pull out my truck, you know what I mean, or my pocket. And I wasn't thinking big. Ask me for something that's going to challenge me. You know, $8,000 and getting every kid an iPad, that's pennies, you know, to what he's worth. And so now I'm asking for things that most people would say impossible. I want Tesla at our school. I want the electric vehicle program where our kids can learn how to work on those cars. Change the whole bay. I want to bring nursing. We got medical assistants back. I want to bring the simulation because we need driver's ed. While you reconstructing, give me 15 simulation machines so they could still learn. Because in order to get in the Tesla program, you have to have a driving license for 2 years.
Now I ain't hear too much about that music.
So the music program,
man.
I've been talking with Mr. Mustafa. Yeah, Mr. Mustafa, you know, he's a legend like his dad
We talking
was.
about Melton.
yeah.
That's
right.
Melton
That's our-
Mustafa.
that's our brother.
We met and I've asked him to come back. You know, he's a chief, a class
sure.
of 90.
That's
That's right. And so he's going to come, and Mr. White, who's a rattler like you are, he's there. They both rattlers. But I want to bring that harmony
Bring
back
him back and work
as an
together.
assistant. That's right.
Okay.
Right. He's a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a draw,
His name-
100%.
They about to have this big jazz festival
That's
been
right.
going on
For years.
so long.
Yeah.
It's coming up, so that's good
They
too.
gave him the key to the city.
Did he?
Yeah.
Nice.
Stop it.
Yeah, he's an excellent musician, and I've asked him to. I told him to pray about it because I know he has all that going on. But
Yeah,
I
he got a
said,
lot going on.
what an impact you will have, you know, to mold some new musicians. Because when you go to these games, that the band is the soul, the heart.
He know
Yeah,
because he was at a school too before a while.
that's right.
Yeah, that's right. He was doing that for a while. So we saw the future of Kara City with all these programs coming back. And if you ask me, everything looks bright. Number one, we see that the leadership there is strong enough to take Kara City where it needs to go. And
When a
that's
principal
back to the front,
sneeze-
back in the head,
Yeah.
back leading everything.
When the principal sneezes, the school should catch their cold.
Watch out.
Yep. And so that's how contagious it should be from what you put out. And I expect nothing but greatness. And I don't settle for an excuse of blaming kids. We stopped doing that 100 years ago. Right now, I think adults have to take some ownership
Gotcha.
and take it, you know, and I want it to be contagious enough for you to feel the same passion that I have, that it echoes everywhere we go. The kids starting to believe in it. I think you have to teach what pride looks like. I don't think they even know what pride is, other than, you know, what they believe on social media, because that's become their idol. But putting it right in front of them. Every Friday is a Greek Friday. All the fraternities and sororities, we stroll. I said scroll. We stroll every Friday during lunch to remind them about that
remind
college. Yeah,
Now, you also part of that. You didn't mention that.
that's right. I'm a Delta.
Delta.
25. This is my 25th year.
Ray or Delta too.
Yeah, he a Delta.
He want me to be.
Man, yeah, you know what? I thought you were gonna say Calvin,
I
but
ain't
yeah.
want to fall asleep. I ain't want to fall asleep.
Nah,
so I
I'm
had to
okay,
do
I'm
that.
okay.
We're talking with Dr.
good.
Bridget McKinney, and we having a good time. And we see the future is bright for Miami Kara City with Coach Stubbs and also Dr. McKinney, and partner up. And we definitely don't want to go 1-9 again. So
Yeah,
thank
y'all
you for
don't-
coming
yeah, y'all
by,
don't want
Doc.
that. Y'all
Yeah,
don't want that.
no.
Yeah, thank you
Appreciate
for coming
you.
by.
Great program.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thank
And
you.
you got our support, Chief Hall Podcast, as well as Chief Hall Facebook.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We out. Hey, Cook, slow down, man.